Well, I started making pots as soon as I could get down to the shop. You know, I just grew up watching my parents work, so it just seemed natural for me to, as soon as I could get down there and they'd let me, I would make pots. And it was little things, little small pieces. It was fun for me, I guess. Most kids played or watched television or something, but I came down to the shop and worked. I always knew from the time I was small that that's what I was going to do. And I always told everybody, I said, yeah, I'm just going to make pottery when I grow up. When I went to college, I went away, sort of. I didn't really leave. I came home, and stuff. But when I wasn't able to make pottery anytime I wanted to, that was when I was sure that that's what I was going to do. Because when the opportunity to do something whenever you want to is taken away, then you realize how much you enjoy it. That pretty much set me up. I was ready to come back and go to work. People really make a connection with Jugtown when they come in. It's not just a store you walk up to, it's a whole place. It's an experience. And there's not many places like this left. And I think that's why people do make a connection with it, because they've heard stories about, old traditional ways. And so I think it's important for a place like Jugtown to keep on with what we're doing and always be a place for people to come and see how things used to work, I guess. Because it's a pretty neat thing that you don't experience in very many places at all. My parents talk about the tradition and respect for that, but they never pushed me to be in the pottery. It was always my choice. Whatever I wanted to do, I never felt forced to follow in what my family's done, but I always felt such a connection to it that I knew that's what I wanted to do. And hearing stories from my parents and my daddy's family, especially since they were all into the pottery, it was just really neat. I've always enjoyed hearing the stories about things from the beginning of Jugtown. And so when I was small, I just listened and picked up on about all the stories and everything that went on here. And from the time I was, 8 or 9, I could give people a history of the place. And that, I think it surprised a lot of people that I would take it that seriously, but it was always something that I was really into. And I guess it's because of listening to what not only my family, but people that really respect tradition have to say about how important it is here at Jugtown and with my family, to continue this tradition and legacy that goes on. I get a pretty neat feeling when I hold pots that were made around here like 150 years ago. And I know what those people went through. I know that they had to dig the clay, and it was everything was hand done. It was turned on a kick wheel, and they had to cut their wood for the keel and the whole business. And sometimes I pick up those pots and I wonder how in the world they did it, because that's hard work. I mean, we've got a lot of things now to make the work a lot easier, and it's still a lot of work. So that's pretty neat for me to be able to go back and look at those pots that have survived for that long and really make a connection with them. I think it's something a lot of people can't do. They can't make, a connection with something that in history, and I feel very lucky that I'm able to do that.